Hey guys, so welcome on back. Well, if this your first time, welcome anyway, because you are welcome. I can't sing, y'all. Anyway, it's your girl Lady Raw here, Spiritual Talk with Lady Raw. This video, I'm just gonna kind of get to know you guys. Actually, sorry, y'all gonna get to know me. I'm gonna tell y'all how I even got to starting this channel. Just a little bit, what I went through getting to this point. Okay? All right. I hope y'all had a good day today. I had a pretty good day today. I just meditated, got my spirit right. Feeling pretty good. I hope y'all are feeling the same. By the time you see this video, who knows when? But I hope you do. And I'll be glad to have you. All right. So, where do we start? Okay, so I started this journey, I want to say about almost 4 years ago. I grew up, childhood, I grew up Muslim, Islamic. So like half of my mother's side practiced Islam. My father practiced Islam. He was actually an imam in the Islamic community. They kind of co-founded, here in Dallas, Texas, the first masjid and everything like that. So grew up like that, but then I had a great granny on my mother's side who was Christian. So she would take me to church and things like that. After a while, we didn't practice Islam at my mom's house at home. So as I was growing up, I didn't practice it. When I would go visit my dad, I would. We would pray and, he would, just talk to me about it and stuff like that. And, really trying to get me deep in it, right? But I just had so many questions. So many questions. Why this? Why that? I had all the questions, right? Why are we here? Why are we doing this? All them kind of questions, right? Okay, so fast forward. So growing up with my mom, she didn't force religion because she didn't have a good experience as a Muslim. She had a very traumatic experience. So she didn't force us to practice Islam. She didn't, force us to pray and things like that. She kind of let us do our thing, and she kind of did her thing. She kind of left religion alone as a whole. Now she would dib and dab in church and stuff like that, but we didn't have like a set religion that we practiced at home with her. So but I would always be like, I would always have friends and like my friends' moms and people like that who would take me to church or invite me to church. So when I got older, I say about 19, this what happened. 19, running around, I'm young, I'm in these streets, having fun, living my life, right? So I thought, boom, got pregnant. Childhood friend got pregnant, had my son. I'm like, oh, I gotta change my life, Lord. I can't be in these streets and be a mom. I'm a mom now. And it's crazy because I've always had that, maternal type of energy. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always loved children. So I always had that in me. My mom had me very young. So she had me at 13 to be exact. Yeah, I said it. The 1 and the 3. She had me at 13. So we grew up together. So, I grew up really, really fast. So I had my son, 20, got pregnant at 19, had him at 20. And I was like, I gotta change. I gotta get right. I gotta get right with the Lord. I'm out here in these streets. I gotta get right with the Lord. So I joined this church. I was dating this guy when I was pregnant. as I was pregnant. I was dating this guy. He was really cool. He really liked me. We really liked each other. He ended up going to jail. So he went to jail. He's calling me, giving me, you know, his his cousin's contact information. Hey, call my cousin. He gonna know what to do. He gonna help, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I'm pregnant. So, I get it. No, I wasn't pregnant. I had my son already. Yeah, I had already had my son when this happened. So I get in contact with him. Little did I know, this man was a prophet. He was a prophet. Shout out to Prophet McGraw. He probably will never see this video, but you never know, right? But he was a prophet. He was a prophet. So I go, me and my cousin, Bryce and me, I go over his house because, you know, we're trying to figure out how we're going to get, you know, the guy I'm dating out of jail and all of this stuff, right? Mind you, I don't know this man. I'm just calling him out the blue. Hey, your cousin said, call him. Call you. He in jail. He need help. He don't know who I am. So I get over his house, and it was kind of weird. And then we started talking, and, you know, he kind of looked, you know, put his spiritual eye on me. And he started prophesying to me and my cousin. And, you know, I'm crying and and all this stuff. So, long story short, we end up getting really close. He was like a mentor for a little while. He invited me to this church. Went to the church. And there was an apostle there. And I was there. Like I said, I had did and dabbed in church, but I wasn't like, I never belonged to one or served or anything in the church. So I get to this church. I'm fresh off the streets, pregnant. I know I need a change. I'm just like desperate, right? So I had never been prophesied before like that. So I get to the church, and that's what they did. Altar call. It was very small. There were maybe like 5 to 10 members, like small church. But they were like highly spiritual. They spoke in tongues. They prophesied. I was new to that. I didn't know nothing about it. But the more I went, I wanted it. I wanted to speak in tongues. I wanted to be spiritual. I wanted to experience, you know, what they were experiencing. So anyway, fast forward. Joined that church, you know, still dabbing in the streets, trying to figure it out. And I got this child, and I'm young, and his daddy not involved, and it's really me and my little sister and my cousin raising this child. My mom's going through her own little things, so she's helping me but not helping me, even though I was living with her or whatever. But it was just a lot going on, a lot. So I think the church ended up closing. I think I left prior to, but the church ended up closing anyway. You know, me and the dude had broke up or whatever. We stayed friends, but, you know, we broke up. Me and his cousin kept in contact for a while, but, you know, then we stopped, you know, life. I got really close to his wife, you know, children, stuff like that. You know, life happened. So we lost contact. Okay, fast forwarding. So that was 2021, right? So I'm trying to live this Christian life because now I got exposed to it. So I'm trying to live this Christian life. I'm trying to live this saved life. And, you know, when you first in the Christian streets, you know, you trying to be really about that life. You don't really know, but you really trying to be about that life. Anyway, fast forward. Okay, so left the church, kind of went back in the streets a little bit. I ended up pregnant again. So I was like, girl, what you a little fast, ain't it? It is what it is. I did. Ended up getting pregnant again. This time I did not keep the child. I had an abortion. So that put me in a dark place because I had already had my son, and I was living with my mom still, and I didn't want to have 2 kids. And, you know, the guy I got pregnant by, you know, he was fine. He looked good, but he didn't have nothing going for himself. I think he was living with someone and, had just a whole nother chick and stuff. We had just met at a club and was messing around, but, that was it. So it took me down a really dark place. I was smoking heavy smoking, y'all. I mean, I was trying to drown all the pain, all the drama. I was trying to drown it. So I was trying to drown the pain. And so smoking all the time. I mean, like 15 blunts a day. Like, any way I can get it, give it to me. And I'm drinking and all this stuff. Anyway, just, single mom, just dark place, right? So then I start working at this call center for Bank of America. And my trainer was another saved minister. See, Spirit, God knows who to put in your life. You understand? So my trainer was a minister. And me and him got close. Not like, when I say close, no, I don't mean sexually. But me and him got close. And we had me, him, and it was maybe about 5 of us. We had got really, really close. And all of them were saved. And I think it was another minister. 2 ministers. My trainer was a minister. There was another guy, co-worker. He was a minister. And there was another lady who was a minister. All ministers. So they're all saved. So they kind of took me under their wing, right? Because I was the youngest of all of them. And, I was going through this transition. I was dating at the time. He was my boyfriend at the time. Is now my ex-husband. So I'm dating him and, we having a good time. We kicking it, we smoking, we sexing, having a good old time in these streets. I had, a relationship with God, but it wasn't as strong and deeply rooted as it should have been. But I was getting there. But, they kind of took me under their wing and, they were ministering to me and things like that. And, I had lots of questions and they would answer them and lead me to scriptures in the Bible and things like that. So, we had this gathering because it was like the end of our training. It was like a long training, right? So it was the end of our training. So we had this gathering outside of the job at one of the coworkers' house. And I don't know, it was like this breakthrough moment. Just breakthrough moment. They were ministering to me. And my trainer ended up inviting me to his church. So I go to his church, and the first visit, y'all, I was like, I'm home. This is it. Like, I had connected with the pastor. There was some young, beautiful, beautiful pastors. I had never seen. I didn't even know they were the pastor. That's how young and beautiful they looked. I was just like, whoa. But I had like immediately connected with them. And it just clicked, y'all. Like, it clicked. I had this major breakthrough. It clicked. This church was a young church too. It had maybe about 20 or 30 members. It was a young church too, but they were heavy in the spirit realm. Like, they was like casting demons, slaying demons, doing deliverance sessions. Excuse me, I can't talk. Doing deliverance sessions. I mean, they was talking about, I didn't, what did Paul say? I didn't know what lust was until, I didn't know what sin was until lust. Oh, I messed up this scripture. Y'all know what I'm saying. I didn't know all of these things, lust and just generational curses, like all these spiritual talks and spirits and everything bad and sin and all this stuff. And I'm just like, wow. And they were like heavy prophesying and prophetic, and they exposed me to all my gifts and all these things. And I was just like, okay. I was home. I felt like I was home. So I stayed with that church for 8 years. I stayed committed for 8 years, y'all. 8 years. Because I was like, this is it. I was broken. I was very, very broken. I was lost. I was hungry for spirit, for life, but I didn't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? I was just lost. I didn't have no guidance. Again, I'm coming from a family of half Muslims, half Christians, barely practicing, not practicing, so I was all over the place. So when I joined, I was there for 8 years. I was an usher. I was a minister in training. I was the favorite of the pastors. I was very close to them. They took me under their wing, taught me some things, a lot of spiritual things I wasn't aware of, awakened to. But one thing I was not taught from family or the churches I was with was tapping into me, finding me. You can tell me all my gifts. Oh, you're a prophet. Oh, you're this, and you're a seer, and you're this, and you're this, right? And, maybe biblically showing me some things, but not focused on individually teaching me how to use these gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, the longer I was with them, I would recognize them in me and could use them, but I was still broken inside. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who I was. So if I don't know who I am, I'm just basing off what you're telling me, and I'm coming from a broken place, and I have no idea what's going on in the spiritual world. All of this spiritual stuff is new to me. I'm a babe in these streets. So I'm depending on y'all to show me, to teach me. So I had them on a pedestal for a while because they was here, and I'm just this lost sheep, like, whatever you say, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But got married. They married me in the church, and I was really trying to do this whole Christian family thing. Like, we really tried. And I'll get to the marriage thing later. I'm try not to go all over the place, but I'm trying to get to a point of how I got here in this journey and where I'm at. So, yeah, I'm living it, like I said, 8 years. I'm serving in the church. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm connecting with people, but I was still very lost. I still didn't know how to tap into me and to find me and what I want and who I want to be and all these things, because again, nobody taught me. Mama had me young. My daddy didn't teach me. I had a long distance relationship with him because he lived 2 hours away. So he could do so much over the phone or when he came to visit. So again, lost. Walking, sleepwalking, going through life, following the routine of church, of spirituality, trying to be a wife and family and stuff, but still not knowing who I am. You know what I'm saying? Still not dealing with those deep issues that got me to the church house in the first place. You feel me? And I did a deliverance session and everything. Threw up. I did everything. Did the purging. I did all of that. I learned how to speak in tongues, all of that stuff. So I learned a lot. I did learn a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. I learned a lot. But I was still lost. I'm like, okay. So after even going through minister training and, I did a sermon. I did 2 of them, I think. Did all of that. I was in this thing. I was committed. I was with it. Lost and all. I was committed and I was with it. Did the routine. I was there. I was faithful. I gave what I thought was my all, but after a while, I just felt like, okay, I'm back here. And I don't mind being in the background, y'all. That's why I took so long to do this channel. I'm not the type of person that needs to be in a spotlight. I don't need I don't need to steal the show. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been that type of person. I'm actually shy. I'm an introvert. I like to be to myself. I like to be chilling, watching TV, chilling around, family, loved ones. But I don't like to be the center of attention. I don't like to the center of the attention. I don't like to be in the forefront. I like being in the back. I had no problem being an usher. I love being an usher. I love serving. I like being in the background. I didn't have to be up there preaching. Like, it took a lot to even go up there and speak, but I was like, okay. And they kept telling me, you gotta do it. It's in you. It's in you. It's in you. It's in you. So I'm like, okay. So I'm, doing it. But so I'm back there. So I had this, it was different things led to, I'm not happy no more. Different things led to that, but I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm just trying to get to, the point. But yeah, I'm back there at the back of the church, and I'm like, man, something is missing, Lord. Like, I'm tired. This is not fulfilling anymore. Like, it's not the serving part, because I enjoyed that, but it's a lot of things I'm noticing now. Like, I no longer, it's like the scales were starting to fall off my eyes, the wool starting to fall off my eyes, and I was starting to see everybody for who they were. I was always able to see, but my vision was so cloudy because I had no idea who I was, and I didn't have clear understanding of things. So I could see like the person or what spirit or energy, whatever they were in, but I didn't, because I had a certain perspective of the person, I would ignore it and still try to see the good, which is not a bad thing, but you got to be careful. You're seeing what you're seeing for a reason. But I didn't take that in face value. I just took, okay, well, yeah, they're lying to my face, but I love them, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, they're lying to your face. Why are they lying to you? You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be house of love. It's church. So anyway, I was feeling empty for a while. Like, okay, God, I'm here. I got, all these prophecies. Some of them coming to pass, some of them not. I'm frustrated with that. What is going on? What do you want me to do? I'm tired. I don't want no more prophecy. I don't want nobody telling me nothing else. I'm not going back to that altar. I don't want no more hands laid on me. Like, things just started changing, like just changing. I stopped coming so much. I had got divorced. Just all kind of just stuff was just happening. Family stuff, financial stuff, just stuff was just happening. And I was just like, I'm losing friends. Like, what is happening? And it wasn't just me, it was a little group of us. We was just like, we're tired of the struggle. We're tired of things not happening for us. Like, what is going on? We trying to follow what we think is right, but we're not manifesting. Things are not coming to fruition as they are supposed to, and we're blaming our leaders. We went through a phase where we were blaming the pastors. Like, no, something ain't going wrong. Something ain't going right with y'all, because this ain't happening. What's happening? But thing was, I needed to find who I was. I needed to find me. I needed to understand my purpose, not just my purpose for the church, not just my purpose for the ministry. What's my purpose in life? What's my purpose? And if my purpose is to preach, teach, prophesy, whatever, it's not being used right now. I'm just back here serving. I don't have a problem, but what Missy say? You ain't just me using me to just be singing hooks. What I look like? Patty LaBelle or somebody? I do with this hook, with this headscarf on. But like, put me in the game, coach. I was frustrated. Like, put me in the game. I want to play. But I'm kind of thankful because I wasn't ready to play. I was ready to play. I would have been playing, I don't want to say false pretense. I would have been playing with like a broken foot. Like if I was an NBA player, if you think about like a game, something, I would have been playing not in my fully healed whole self. And when it comes to spirituality, you don't, you know what I'm saying? Because these are people's lives, you know what I'm saying? Church, religion, these are people's lives you're messing with. That you're saying, I am taking responsibility. I'm sitting in a position spiritually to lead you or cover you or whatever. And if you got issues going on and you trying to lay hands and touch people, that's exchange. In Christianity, you know, spirits, transferring of spirits, but energetically, that's energy transferring. And my stuff might go on to you while I'm sitting here trying to prophesy and lay hands and pray for you, and I'm broken. A broken bird. So anyway, long story short, I ended up leaving the church. Left the church. And I was like, okay, God, I'm tired. I'm done with this. I need to find myself. I need to get to myself. I need to figure out who I am. I need you to tell me. It's almost like I wanted God to come down. You talk to me. Let's talk. I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from her. You tell me what you want me to do. So that's what I did. And on this journey, I was like, I'm done. I'm dropping religion. I'm done with all the religions. Buddhism, Islam, I'm done. I need God to talk to me direct. We gonna move all this stuff out the way. So in the midst of that, coming out of that, and that was hard. That was 8 years. That was like, I was married to the church. I was married to the pastors in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I was almost like they right-hand person. Like they leaned on me emotionally and spiritually sometimes. So, and I was so much like them. You know what I'm saying? So we connected really, really tough. So, so I go on this journey, and I ended up connecting with this guy at work. And he ended up giving me, how did he start? I don't know if he started sending me videos or giving me this book or something. I don't remember. But we end up, I want to say he gave me the book. Sorry, I'm trying to think. No, okay. He sent me, like, we had like different conversations and stuff, but he ended up sending me, like a whole bunch of books, a PDF, all kind of books, just, whoo, all kind of books, like, it was like slave books, where we come from, and, sorry, I'm trying to think, because it was so many books, like, Columbus, like, all your books from, Hidden Colors. Is that the name of it? Yeah, Hidden Colors. All those books. He just sent me a bunch of books. So, but it was just one book. This one book, y'all, that changed my life. It was called Awareness by Anthony DeMello. Rest in power. He was a Jesuit, but he went on this, I think he was Indian as well, but he went on this journey from his Catholic religion to this whole journey of awareness, to, you know, meeting with the mystics, the monks, Buddha, all of that. And I read that book, and it was just like, oh. And light bulbs went off, and then that took me down this whole rabbit hole of videos and stuff about the church and religion, how we got to religion, how we came to Christianity, how it was founded. I mean, I went down a rabbit hole, y'all. And I was so angry. I was mad, I tell you, mad. I was so mad. And I'm like, I've been bamboozled all my life. Like, I felt bamboozled, hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? Like, mad from parents to pastors. I was mad. I was like, what the flippity flip? So, anyway, let me wrap it up because I don't want the video to be too long. But it's necessary. So I'm like, okay, what? So now I'm on this whole new thing. I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? So I went through the angriness, went through the purging stage. So this awareness book became Bible to me. I read it. I listened to the audio. There were different videos and stuff on YouTube that I watched and listened to. Like, I was like really trying to find myself, y'all. Like, so this awareness and this enlightenment just happened, and I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had it wrong all this time. Wow. But it was beautiful at the same time. It was like a beautiful death because I was dying to religion. I was dying to the old ways and old ways of thinking, and it hurt. It was disappointing, but it was also beautiful because as I was dying to all that old stuff, I was being introduced and birthed to this newness, this new awareness, this new me. Like, I was finally finding me. I was finally tapping into me, y'all. Started learning about meditation, started learning about chakras, third eye awakening, and all of this stuff. Like, I changed my diet. I think that was the beginning thing. I stopped eating meat because I was watching some documentary on Netflix about how they were treating the chickens and the cows and shit. I'm like, y'all, when I tell y'all, the awakening process is something else, but man isn't necessary and man isn't needed. That's what's happening now. Now the collective is going through the awakening because this pandemic and all this stuff and got people forced them to sit down somewhere. Now the whole world is going through it, but I'm sharing y'all my awakening this 3 years ago process that got me here. But yeah, so I had already changed my diet. I had already stopped eating meat because I wasn't able to digest it. Like, it would literally be sitting there for like days. I'm like, I'm tired of sluggish, ruggish feeling. Like, and I was addicted to sugar and all this stuff and bread. So I had changed my diet first. So changed my diet, and all that stuff, and going through all that transitioning and all this stuff. So yeah, I got into that. Then I really started getting into meditation and chakras and stuff like that. So going through the process, y'all. Okay, fast forward. Sorry, we're here now. So yeah. So now I don't practice any religion. I'm a free spirit. I'm not into titles, y'all, because to me, titles equals idols. Titles and idols. And that's because being experienced going through church and, you know, idolizing the pastors. And I saw it not only at my church, but other churches and stuff. And speaking to other people. And, you know, they felt the same way. And even celebrities and people in power. I'm like, fuck all that idolism. Everybody's off a pedestal. Like, no man is greater than nobody. We all equal in this camp. And so the rose glasses, just the shield, all of that was just coming off. I'm really seeing people for who they are and dealing with them accordingly. So now, I just practice spirituality. I meditate. I don't believe in one God. I respect all of them. All of the religions I respect. I studied some of the Buddhism, the Hinduism, you know, I didn't get into darkness. I have an understanding of what people do, the Satanists and things like that, but, I don't get down with all that. No. So yeah, I studied all of it, and I was like, you know what? I can take a little bit from each. I can learn from each religion, because it's essentially supposed to be a guideline to your higher self, to get you to your higher self, to get you to that, inner knowing and stuff, to that deep inner knowing. That's what religion and, these books and stuff are supposed to do, is get you there. So I just took those things and just used them, and I use them every day. Like I said, I meditate. I pray. I still speak in tongues to this day, because to me, tongues is not something that comes from the Holy Ghost like the Christians say. To me, after doing all my research and experience, it's an ancestral language that just connects to a higher source that we're not privy to in the 3D. To me, because to me, there's no other way to explain it, because like I can speak it very fluently. It's like a second language, but only spiritual people would be able to understand. But it's not for other humans to understand. It's me and spirit, me and my higher self talking. You feel me? And it brings clarity, healing, all of that stuff. So to me, that's what tongues is. So I still use that. I can still quote the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I might not know exactly what scripture, like what book and verse, but I can still quote a lot from the Bible. Like I said, meditate. Now I'm getting into card readings, because I watch a lot of readings on YouTube. So I'm learning that. Not really tarot, more of like oracle, but I just connect to my higher self, and I allow my spirit guides, ancestors, my angels to guide me step by step. And this has been such a beautiful journey. Labels and all that don't matter to me. They matter to people because they need validation. They always need something to be right, or something to connect something to it to make sense. And my little 3 years of learning, I'm learning everything don't always make sense when it comes to spirituality. It's up to your perspective. It's up to the believer or the beholder. What do you believe? What's true for you? What resonates with you? What feels right to you? What makes sense to you? And I feel like we can respect that as humans, with each other. Like, we don't have to battle. It shouldn't be a battle, or you right, I'm right, and no, let me tell you, because this scripture, and I can go back to here and all the way back to here in the history, and no, because all this stuff is man written, and whatever that man was feeling, or whatever spirit, God, source, energy, whatever they were in and received, they jotted it down. But you take what you get, you take what you need from it, and you leave the rest. You don't have to take it and that be it. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing is set in stone, and nothing is new under the sun. Everything is repeated. History is repeating itself. It's all cycles, y'all. Cycles. Just keeps turning and turning. But yeah, so when I went through, sorry y'all if I'm rambling. When I went through that process, the transition process, I was alone. Nobody went through this with me, y'all. I have an altar that I created. I'll show y'all later. But I was at this altar crying days and nights. I could talk to people, but only about certain things. I couldn't talk to anybody or everybody about what I was experiencing. Every now and then, like, my old pastors would call me and check on me, and I would talk to them about certain things, but they were still trying to get me back into church, and I'm like, no, we're done with that, okay? We're here now. So that was frustrating at times. So I really I felt like I didn't have nobody. I think that was by design. That isolation period I needed to go through because I needed me in spirit. I needed to know me. I needed to tune into me and understand me and understand spirit and understand who I am, where I'm going, why I'm here, where I want to be, who I want to be, who needs to be around me, who don't need to be around me. All of that, I need to grow and learn and be strong in myself. And so that's where I'm at now. And Spirit was like, after watching all the, readings and stuff, Spirit was like, you need to do a channel. You need to reach out. Because I couldn't find a safe space. I couldn't afford, I'm a single mom with 2 children. I couldn't afford therapy or therapists. And even then, I don't think they would understand what I was going through. I could speak to them about certain things and they could probably help me and guide me. But at the time, I needed to experience it for me because that's kind of how I learn. You learn, that's how you gain wisdom, is experience through life. And one thing I can say about myself is I'm young, but I am very wise. I have a lot of wisdom, and the more I connect with, spirit guides, ancestors, the more they are revealing to me how wise I really am and how they are here to help. And all I gotta do is tap in, and I got the answers, and I'm okay. I have everything I need inside in this temple. I have everything I need. We're here to heal, guys. I have everything I need for healing and dealing. So I was like, you know what? Spirit was like, instead of trying to find a safe space, create it. You create a safe space for not only for you to come and connect, for others who are like you, who might be feeling alone, who might be on YouTube scrolling and searching for stuff, trying to find their way spiritually or just in life in general, and just want to find a safe space. So guess what, guys? This is a safe space. I don't know if y'all can see this, but my backdrop is Buddha, and it says, we are here to heal, not to harm. We are here to love, not to hate. We are here to create, not to destroy. So that's why we're here. I hope the rambling wasn't like, and if it was, it's okay. Because there's more to come. It'll all make sense later. I promise you it'll be more, organized. Even though it's going to flow, because I flow with spirit. I don't try to force anything. Like I said, I want this to be like a talk show type setting eventually. This is the beginning stages, so we're getting grounded. We're trying to set some foundations up. So yeah, first you're going to hear me talking. We're going to, it's going to be me. But like I said, it's going to be a talk show. We'll have guests. I want to have different perspectives. I want to connect with you guys. I want to form a tribe. I know there's like-minded people like me. I watch them. I see them. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a pandemic. We're not able to get out physically, even though things are opening back up. But we still need a safe space. You know what I'm saying? To be us spiritually, to be us physically, mentally, emotionally. We need a safe space. Everyone needs a safe space. If you can't afford a therapist and stuff like that, or you don't feel comfortable going to a church or a spiritual setting, come to YouTube. Come to YouTube. It's so much. It's so many spiritual channels, y'all. I'm telling you, and find one that resonates with you. I found a couple that I'm subscribed to, and I love them, and I'm thankful for them. But now I have created one. So I'm Lady Raw. I'm your host. I'm here. We're gonna be here. We're gonna heal, and we're gonna deal. I love you guys. Peace, love, and light. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you next episode. Bye.